Hello, my name is Dr. Robert Levin. I have been practicing dentistry in Huntington Beach for 25 plus years. Basically, I'm going to be talking about this situation, and what I've been using for about 3.5 years is Biodentin. And I have gotten great restorations using it the way it was designed to be used, waiting to set for 12 minutes and placing it. This one has been in for several months. But you do have to wait the 12 minutes. In this case, I placed glass ionomer over the top of Biodentin after I let it set for 12 minutes. These restorations are fairly easy to get with Biodentin. Again, you do have to wait 12 minutes for it to set. I've heard a lot of complaints from doctors about, when is it the right time for the Biodentin to set, what kind of consistency. What I'm going to talk about is basically, in like this situation, I place the Biodentin. This is the traditional way, carve it back. These restorations are a little more difficult to get. You do end up sometimes breaking the marginal ridge and when you pull the band. And again, you do have to wait the 12 minutes. So I've kind of moved to a hybrid technique where, in this case, I remove the decay, place the Biodentin, and I push it in with a cotton pellet. So if it's too wet, it kind of dries it a little. Biodentin is similar to stone to me, and I want it to be thick with a sheen on it, so like stone. But anyways, this eliminates it. If it's too dry, you still push it in there. The consistency's not that important. So I push it in with a cotton pellet, and then you see it in the tooth. You do want to have some undercuts in there, and immediately, and I said immediately, I'm not waiting for the Biodentin to set. I'm placing glass ionomer over the top of it. And here's another case. Again, I place the Biodentin. In this case, I'm using Chemrock. You can use Keetac, Chemrock, Fuji9, whatever you prefer as your glass ionomer. And basically, immediately placing the glass ionomer over the top of the Biodentin. You're not waiting for it to set, and then you're shaping your glass ionomer. What does that take? 5 minutes for the glass ionomer to set? It's very hard. You adjust the occlusion and move on. This is a case that I did, and I'm showing this case because I want to show I placed the Biodentin, and then I placed Fuji9, and you can see the Fuji9 on the top of the Biodentin. I've prepped this tooth. This is several weeks after. I had the sedative fill there, and you notice that the Fuji9 is stuck to the Biodentin. The Biodentin is very hard. I've prepped it. Biodentin is one of the only tricalcium silicates that you can use as a base, and the Fuji9 is also adequate strength for a base. So I don't have any need to remove any of that Fuji9 that's in the prep. That is my base. The Biodentin is my base. I have adequate occlusal clearance. So this really simplifies and speeds up the amount of time that you're waiting for the Biodentin. You're not waiting for it. You do want to avoid, let's say you filled up half of a box form with Biodentin and then put glass ionomer over the top. You don't want to spray that box with a lot of water because it will wash away some of the Biodentin. At any rate, this is a great service. It will speed up the time that you have to wait for the Biodentin, and it's a great service that you can provide to your patients. And thank you very much. There's other material that you can read and see on Viva Learning on pulp capping procedures with Biodentin. And thank you again.